Hi, welcome to this week's tarot reading with Silver Moonlight Tarot. There are 3 piles for you to choose from, pile 1, 2 and 3. If you want to pause the video and take a moment to feel which pile you feel most connected to, then you can do that now. Okay, so pile 1, let's see what we've got for you. We have got the Chariot and the Adventure. So, group 1. This week is all about self-discipline for you guys, to keep yourself focused on what it is you're trying to achieve this week. So any goals or decisions that you've made and you want to get there, it's all about self-discipline, not being distracted, looking ahead and going for what it is you want to go for. If you look at this card, he's on the Chariot, he's pulling 2 horses, going through water, only actually holding them with one hand, so he's very confident in his abilities and he's looking straight ahead. He's not being distracted as to what's either side of him or what is left behind. He's just focused, and that's how you need to be this week, focused. I'm not saying this week might not be a little bit bumpy. Quite often with the Chariot it means there may be a few obstacles thrown in your way this week, but stay strong and you will overcome them and find ways to get over them. Don't let them distract you from what it is you're trying to achieve this week. Sometimes this can indicate travel. I'm not sure how many people will actually be travelling under the current situation, so I am guessing, I feel it's more about you trying to achieve something this week, some type of goal or work or whatever that you're trying to achieve, as opposed to physical travel. And it actually goes very nicely with this next card, the Adventure, which, as you can see, there's a big key down there and there's a doorway open at the top that she's looking out of. Wherever you're heading this week is actually going to lead to a new door opening for you. There's a new opportunity coming in, might even be something that you wasn't even expecting, so it could be something completely different. But so be on the lookout for that, because that's a really nice card, very positive card to have. So there are definitely some doors opening for you this week, something new coming in, new opportunities. So be on the lookout for that so you don't miss that. So yeah, stay focused, stay strong, and you should achieve lots this week. And the card, that's the last card that goes with this, is My Faith Has the Power to Turn Trauma into Healing, Conflict into Growth, and Fear into Love. So fits in nicely with the Chariot. So any obstacles this week, don't be fearful, be confident, have the faith that you can find ways around it, and just stay focused and self-disciplined and see where this opportunity takes you. Have a good week, group 1, and I will speak to you next week. Okay, pile 2. This week we have the Hermit and the Forest Labyrinth. This week is all about options for you. You've got some choices to make. There's some options available, but you're not quite sure which way you want to go. So you're going to be very deep in thought this week. The Hermit is all about taking time out, taking yourself off somewhere. You've got some deep thinking to do, some serious thinking to do about which decision you want to make. And at the moment you feel like you're in the dark, hence why you're trying to shine the light into the dark, to shed some light on which direction you want to go. The fact that it's coupled with the Forest Labyrinth card, if you look at that, she's also holding the light, but she's actually got it behind her, so she really can't see the path clearly in front of her. And that's how you feel this week. You really don't know which way you want to go. Are you dwelling too much on the outcome? If so, sometimes you need to push the outcome to one side and just have several options in front of you I don't really feel like there's perhaps any right or wrong options this week for you. It's just whether you focus too much on the outcome rather than on what you're trying to achieve and trying to do. So take time out this week, but use your intuition. When the Hermit shows up, it usually means that you actually deep down already know the answers. You're just doubting yourself and maybe over analyzing, like I said, maybe focusing too much on the outcomes rather than actually how you're going to get there. So take that time out. And the card that came with that this week is the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome, appropriate, is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Yeah, so stop looking at the actual outcome and start deciding how you're going to go about things, and maybe push the outcome out of the way. Sometimes it's not all about how it turns out, it's actually about how you're going to get there and the steps that you're going to take. So yes, a lot of deep thinking for you guys this week, group 2. Enjoy your week, and I'll speak to you next week. Okay, we've got group 3. You have chosen 2 of Swords. Now, anybody that follows my Facebook and my Instagram page will know that this card keeps cropping up. So it'll be interesting to see how many of you are still relating to this card. Let me know in the comments. And Guardian of the Books. So, 2 of Swords. You have come to a stalemate situation at the moment. You don't feel that you can move forward. You're in 2 minds about something. As you can see, she's got the blindfold over her eyes. This is affecting you on an emotional level. You've got the water in the image. But deep down, again, you know the answers, and you need to go with your intuition here as well, because you've got the moon up in the sky. So you need to trust your intuition on this to bring some clarity of thought. And then, if you can see the water spaces out in front of her, it becomes clear, and she could actually take a step forward, because you've been in the stalemate situation for a little while now. She's actually sat down on a bench right by the ocean, so this situation isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So if you're deliberating between choice A, choice B, weighing up the pros and cons, it is time to make a decision, because unless you do, you're not actually going to get anywhere. You're not going to go forward. Nobody else is going to make this decision forward for you, and nobody else is going to make this situation move forward except you. So you have to make the first move and make a choice as to what you're going to do. And I feel that this choice, because it's with the Guardian of the Books card, is in connection with work. So this is something to do with your work, your occupation. So I don't know whether some of you are thinking of changing job, changing career, but there's a link in with work. If you feel like that's nothing to do with you and this is more of a relationship issue, then I would say that the relationship issue where you're having difficulty making this decision, there is still some link to work in connection with what the problem is around your relationship. But if you're expecting somebody else to take that step forward to help move the situation on, it's not going to happen. This has got to come from you. You've got to make that choice. You've got to make that decision. You've got to move forward. Trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling with this, because it won't lead you far wrong. Try to keep your emotions out, because they will cloud your thinking even more. And the card that comes with this is my vibes speak louder than my words. So there you go. So definitely trust your intuition. As I said, if you've been following my Facebook and Instagram page, this card has been cropping up. So there's obviously a few of you there at the moment that are still in limbo as to don't I? Shall I go with A? Shall I go with B? Sometimes there is no wrong choice. It's just 2 different paths. But I think this week it's time to make your decision so that you can actually stop deliberating and hesitating and actually move on and see where it goes. So let me know how you get on in the comments below. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button. It'd be much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I will put a link for all the cards that I've used in the video down below. And have a great week, and I'll speak to you next week.